Okay, I'm back. The kids are awake. Duh. They're watching Disney Junior and they're tired. So I'm hoping we can get through this. I'm planning on doing 2 today. We'll see if I actually get to both of them. If not, I'll record the other one tomorrow and upload it then. Okay, so this first one is going to be my regular update, my recent purchases, some science I did, and just a couple points of not news, just like discussion topics I think that I need to cover. The first one is, let's all give a shout out to Tracy, send her some love and good wishes, specifically for her mama who's having a complete hip replacement today. And our sweet Tracy is fretting and she is not been sleeping. And I know that they would really appreciate the prayers for a positive result in the surgery and a quick recovery so Tracy can return to only fretting about other stuff, not her mama. I haven't heard from her yet. At last I heard she was still in surgery. So hoping that that's all going wonderfully and that she is enjoying some time with her brother playing games or whatever fun things they're doing right now. Gecko Rouge. I know that a couple other people have talked about this in their videos, and so I was part of the group of people who felt, stay in there, buddy, you've got to stay in there, okay? What do you want? Okay, hold on. So we got fruit snacks, red raisins, Gecko Rouge. I was part of the group of people that felt like we got a little, we were disappointed with our transaction. Specifically, I was disappointed. I can't speak for anyone else. I was disappointed in the customer service. I think that's all I really want to say. And I want to stress how many sellers, vendors that we do deal with, I do deal with on a regular basis that are fantastic. And I never have any problems with neither the transaction, the product, or the customer service itself. So I will never be purchasing from Gecko Rouge again. That is for sure. But like I said, there are so many other companies where we can find fantastic charts, that they work with us and they're not, you don't have negative experiences. So, in the effort to just leave it at that, if you have any other questions, feel free to message me. I will talk to you about it if you are like legitimately interested in what happened and because you have a concern yourself or you have a question because you're thinking about making a purchase, but not just to gossip. I won't, because I mean, that's just kind of not, I'm just not going to do it. But yeah. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is hashtag Sprinkle Stitchy Kindness. This is something that Bendy Stitchy started, and I think it's fantastic. I think that I always say my love language is sarcasm because I love a good sarcastic quip, or a good like sarcastic back and forth. I love somebody with a good sense of humor. Those are the kind of people I'm attracted to. But I think my real love language is gift giving. I love being able to surprise somebody or cheer somebody up with something that's small. It could seem insignificant, but if it's something that brightens their day or cheers them up, I'm all about it. Sometimes it's a physical thing, and sometimes it's just a hello. Sometimes it's just a postcard. Sometimes it's just stopping by to give somebody a hug. But I think there has been a lot of like negative stuff in the world, not just the Flosstube world and not just the Stitchy world, but in the world lately. And I think it would be nice to just every once in a while, every time I'm thinking about somebody, it could be somebody specific or somebody random. If I see something that they may love, or I think of something that may make them laugh, I'd love to, you know, sprinkle some Stitchy kindness. So that's a hashtag we're going to use on Instagram if you get sprinkled with Stitchy kindness, or you want to sprinkle some Stitchy kindness, and you're going to pop something in the mail for somebody. Now, you know, ideally it would be awesome if we could do this all anonymously and just have somebody get a surprise in the mail, but like if I think of somebody and I don't already have your address, I'm probably going to have to ask for your address, so it might tip you off. But I just think this is something really fun we can do with each other and maybe combat some of the negativity, especially the negativity that's been going around in just the Stitchy community and on Flosstube. I think it's time, let's get back to, like, you know, we're friends and we have fun, and this is just a hobby we do. This is just something we do for fun. We make videos for each other. Like, there doesn't need to be like fighting or separate factions. Naked boy, in this very small niche community. So let's think about sprinkling some Stitchy kindness. Did that hurt? No. I think it did. Go sit down, please. He's so cute. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me or you can ask Michelle at Bendy Stitchy, and I'll link her channel below. She talked about it in her last video, and I just immediately was like, I'm on board. Let's do this. Let's sprinkle some love. Okay, next discussion point that I want to talk about. I know we all watched Michelle Rudy's, what the heck? Michelle Rudy's video where she did a dyeing tutorial with Britt, and she did a lovely job. The setup was great, very clear, like understandable, and so, you know, I thought she did such a lovely video for us. I'm gonna go ahead and use her tips and tricks and do some dyeing for myself and others, because I am planning on paying some of this forward to some of my loved people here. Well, just like on the planet, not like specifically here. So I did this last weekend. Used a different arrangement of fabrics. I used a few different colors of RIT. There was definite, sorry, I keep pounding the table. You guys are on the table now, so when I move, and I'm definitely a hand talker, and look at those. Those are sexy. This is the adorable nail polish that Bendy Stitchy Stephanie sent me in my giveaway package, and I love it. I just didn't put a top coat on it, and I had a mother's helper yesterday, and I cleaned like my whole house, so they got annihilated. Anyway, oh, I'm gonna talk about that. Mother's helper, I would like to adopt him. It's my friend's son, and he came over and he was here the whole day. And basically what he did was entertain my kids, and I got more done yesterday than I have ever in like a whole week. Anyway, so this first piece is, I'm probably gonna end up cutting it in half and sending half of it to somebody else. This is a piece of 18 count oatmeal Aida, and it started off oatmeal, which I don't think I have a piece of it handy, and I did not intend for it to turn purple, but it did. So it's like a purpley gray. It's definitely, I think it'll be good for primitive. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna do my Tempting Tangles Cheshire Cat Halloween sale. I joined that one. Go check it out. I'll link the thing below. It's super cute. It's like a haunted house. I'm obsessed. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so crazy child. It turned out pretty cool. What I like about it is it's got the flex, that oatmeal Ada. No, not right now. Ah, that. I had to feed the kid again. He never ever stops eating. So anyway, this is the piece of oatmeal, and I thought it turned out really cool. I think I ended up using like tan, taupe, and chocolate brown, and the chocolate brown was what turned it this color, purple. Then I added in a little gray, and that was probably not the best decision, so I ended up rinsing it out really good with hot water. And this is what I got. I think that, like I said, the Tempting Tangles, I'm going to put it on here, and then I think I'm going to cut half of it up and send it as some kindness. The next one I did, I have no purpose for yet, but I love it. I need to zigzag the edges of all of these. I am really bad at doing that. I just kind of like go with it. This is a 28 count Witchel that I got at the lobby. You like that blue spot right there? I don't have anything planned for this yet. I like it. It's definitely Halloween-y, mermaid-y, because it could totally be a mermaid. Again, no plans, just thought it would be cool. The base is apple green, and the modeling is like taupe and apple green and maybe a little gray. I was just like going for it. Like Michelle did these awesome tone on tone ones, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever. This one is this was a 28 count Charles Monaco even weave in antique white. So it started off antique white. So essentially this, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so it started off antique white, and this is what I got. I'm actually thinking of putting Salem Sisters on this piece instead of Smashing Jack. I haven't decided. I have until the 10th, which is Saturday, right? Yeah. So I have to decide by Saturday what I'm doing on Salem Sisters on. If I'm doing it on Smashing Jack or if I'm doing it on here. I think it might go on here because I think those colors will just like. And this may be one of my favorite. This was, I think, is my favorite piece. And this was, the base was antique white. I dyed it with taupe for the first bath, and then taupe and gray modeling. Then I wanted to do something a little fun to see like what different results you get when you do even weave versus linen, because we all know that you get different dyes, you get different colors, saturations with even weave versus linen. So the base is evening blue, and the modeling is evening blue with a dash of royal blue. So it's tone on tone. Actually, I think this one, I added a little gray to the even weave, but for the most part, this is a 32 count linen. It's just the MCG Textiles one, but I like that linen. And this is MCG Textiles 28 count even weave. And the even weave definitely takes the color darker and more vibrant. So this one, I already know for sure. I'm sending it to somebody. I dyed it specifically for that someone. And that's going to her. This one, I don't know yet. It's pretty. I just feel like I've done a lot of stuff on blue lately, which, I mean, as I'm going through stuff, I probably haven't, but whatevs. Okay, So those were my experiments, and I had fun, and I thought that they turned out pretty good. Okay, so, sorry guys. All I've had to do is toast and yogurt. I eat and drink in my video. Okay, so I'm gonna show you next. I have no willpower, and I'm sort of a horrible customer, I think. Anyway, so I ordered some needle minders from a couple different places because I saw some sales happening, and others just because people hypnotized me into buying them, and I have other orders still out, and I mean, I need to stop buying. Okay, so the first order I got in was this from Needle Attractions, and the whole reason I bought this order, the whole reason I was looking at all, because I don't really look, is she posted a picture of a bunch of needle minders that she had, and this was from Needle Attractions, that she had gotten in that she was going to be making into minders, and they were just like in a pile, all in bubble wrap. But I saw him, and I had been wanting a baby Groot, so I had to get him. And then she was having a sale, buy 3 for $9 on her acrylic pieces, so I got these, and I thought, okay, I'm done. It's not bad, like 10, 13 bucks or something. But then I saw her. Come on, Rosie. I had to have her. I love her. Oh, I'm shaking. Anyway. So in that, she also sent a couple little freebies, which I thought were really cool. She sent, this was my first order from her ever, this threader, which I thought so cute. I don't always use a threader, but I might start. And this pin, and it's still a pin, and it probably will stay a pin. It's probably going to stay a pin just because I think it's pretty, and it would be a pretty pin on the jacket. So that was from Needle Attractions. Oh, and she sent this. It says, handmade for you. And it's a bobbin. Cute. Okay. And then from Sunspot Creations, because Tracy is always talking them up, talking her up, I was bewitched. And really the whole reason I went was because I wanted this cat. It's a freaking unicorn cupcake cat. Cupcat. And then I saw this Tapatio. You guys, if you haven't heard, I'm a Mexican and I love this stuff. And then this one was just a little freebie butterfly she sent. Thank you, Kylie. That was very sweet of you. And Screaming Lady and our badass Marilyn. So yeah, and then I have an order. I have to finish paying on. I have a couple orders because I'm a bad person. I just buy and buy. But I love you guys all so much, and I just want to buy all your stuff. Okay, the next thing I got this for like a steal. I think it was like $4. Strawberry Bird. By Kathy Merrick. Glare, glare. There you go. I'm obsessed with Kathy Merrick. Love this. So, then I got a gift from basically my favorite person because she's so beautiful and kind and thoughtful. Michelle from Bendy Stitchy sent me a package, and those first couple weeks of 8 to 5, I didn't think I was going to get through them. Dude, I didn't think I was going to survive them. It was rough. We're getting into a groove. We're like working along a little bit better, but I mean, I just am not used to it. He used to be home until almost 3, and then now he's not home. He leaves in the morning and he's not home until after 5. So like, they used to go to sleep halfway through his shift. Now they're up the entire time. And they're getting up early, and I hate getting up early. But, I mean, we're getting there. Anyway, so I digress. Michelle messaged me to let me know she sent me something. And she had gone back to her LNS and picked up this piece of fabric. And I'm certain, Michelle, that this is the one I saw in the video. Oh my God. Look at how pretty it is. I have no idea who it's by. It is a 28 count and the name is Deep Sea. So if anyone knows who may have dyed this, let me know. I love it. It is, look at this. This is the exact kind of linen I like. Like it's soft, you can see the holes, but it's not completely see-through. Like I can see through it, but like it's not like flimsy, you know? I'm excited to stitch on this. I think I know what's going on in it, and I'm super excited. So yeah, how gorgeous is that? Michelle, you're the best. And she sent me a cute little postcard and wrote me a sweet note. And she also remembered that I said I was doing all patriotic stitches in June, and she picked this up for me, and it comes with a little charm. Doing this probably this weekend. Yes. And then I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this before, but there is a thing, and it's just called Love Rocks, that this couple started, and I believe they're from Oregon, if I can remember the story completely accurately. And it was a couple that they were remarried and both had children from prior marriages. And you know what, I'll link it below because I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know there was a loss. And I can't remember if it was both girls, both daughters, or just one of them, but and I'm like getting a little misty. We did this in my MOPS group last year. We made these love rocks, and what it is you take a stone and you cut out a fabric heart, you Mod Podge it onto the stone, and I mean, it's just a rock. It's just, you know, a rock. This one Michelle made. This one I'm keeping. The idea though is to spread some love, kind of like spread stitchy kindness. This is to spread some love. And this couple came up with this, and they leave these rocks out, and they hope that people find them and take them, and it brings some joy and some love and some peace and some happiness. And Michelle sent this, and it's been a while since I've done any of these. And so my boys and I are on a mission. We're going to make a bunch of these, and we're going to leave them everywhere we go. At the zoo, at Garden of the Gods, everywhere we go. All the parks, all the splash pads, all the things we do this summer. Because yeah, it's crazy out there, and as much as I can do to spread some love and some kindness, I want to do it. And Michelle, thank you for reminding me of these, and thank you for sending this one. Yeah, I think this was a great reminder for me to make some more and get my butt out there and spread some more love. So that is it, my friends. That is all of the purchases and gifts. Thank you to Michelle and to the buyer, the sellers, and everyone who makes all my happiness possible. Okay, so progress. Last I left you, I showed you Long May She Wave by Barbara Ann Designs. and this is my progress. I was hoping to get more done this last week. It's actually been pretty busy the last week or so. We've been out and about doing things, and we had our mother's helper, and so I just didn't get as much done as I would have liked to. I had a healthcare meeting that I went to on Monday night, and we were at car shows, and I had an open house last Thursday, so I just haven't had a lot of time to stitch this last week, but I think I did get a ton done. I'm still absolutely in love with this. I'm working on, when I stopped working last night, I was still working on Birdman, and slowly but surely I am filling in this blue. It is not, what I try to do is I cut a long length and I use all 6 strands. Sometimes I don't get through all 6 because I get bored, but I try to get through all 6 and put them all in. So it's going pretty fast, actually. Not bad. It is going away for a few days at least, so I can work on some other stuff. I don't know what that means. Okay, and then I also worked on Fab Women. Tammy Spruce, you cracked me up with your comment about even Canadians. No. I worked on Jean. She's almost done. There's a little bit of back stitching in her name banner, and I think that's it. And then she's done. I think I decided I'm gonna do the crown and maybe do her initials or something under the crown. I just still don't like that freaky animal. I can't decide if he's a cat or a minx or the devil. I don't know. So then I think I might work on this, not today, maybe this weekend. Excuse me. And start working on Sacagawea, right? Yeah, she's next. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. That's on 32 count, Opal Belfast in Keone from Under the Sea Fabrics. The other one was just Ada from Michael's, or maybe a little bit your Joann's, doesn't matter. Michael's. Oh my gosh, I've spot my glasses and I cannot even see. Okay, so plans. I'm gonna pull out Stars and Stripes and July by Prairie Schooler. It's gonna be a Prairie Schooler week. I am going to try to knock some of that stuff out, and I think I'm also going to work on this weekend. I think I'm gonna do the DMC because I don't have these sampler threads, and as much as I love sampler threads, I'm not gonna go spend $25. And I'm sure I have fabric for it. In fact, I know I do. Yeah, or I might just use some of the overdyes I have. It doesn't necessarily have to be DMC. So Stars and Stripes, Lizzie Keep, Flip It, and July by the Prairie Schooler. That's my week coming up. And then I'll be back next week. So that's as far as plans seem to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do, hold on here. I did decide to go ahead and do the 20 things about me. Excuse me, what is happening? Stop it. My hair is so hot right now. Blech. Okay. I wrote down 20 things about myself. So 20 things about me. First, I have never seen The Godfather or Scarface. People, they gasp, and they act like I've murdered them. But there are so many people who haven't seen Star Wars, and I don't want to freak out when people. I mean, it is what it is, right? I just don't. Godfather and Scarface just don't speak to me. And my husband even mentioned it the other day. He's like, well, we should watch it. And I was like, meh, I'll pass. Okay, number 2. I have 6 tattoos, and every single one of them, as of right this moment, can be completely covered. That was my plan. They're fighting over something. That was my plan. That's why they are where they are. Because I worked in an office, and people were not... Baby brother's torturing big brother. Okay. I worked in an office, and I just didn't think any of my bosses would ever appreciate me having visible tattoos. So, especially from the front, none of them are visible. From the back, you can kind of see my my butterfly on that side, and still nothing on this side. And see this shirt, it's like the neck is cut all the way up to here. So, I mean, they are all coverable. My entire calf on my right leg from knee all the way down is done, and it wraps around some of the front. But I no longer feel like I have to hide them. So, I am planning on getting some visible tattoos that can still be covered, but they will be visible to me, because as of right now, I can't see any of them ever. Number 3, I've donated my hair 4 times. It's not something I can do anymore, so I've been keeping my hair shorter, because as you can see, like, I have started going not significantly, but like, they don't like gray hair. They don't want gray hair. I think it's because it's hard to dye, and they just don't like it. I don't know. I'm not offended by it. It is what it is. I donated it 4 times. Number 4, I'm a native Coloradan, but I lived in Phoenix for 22 years, and so I consider myself both a Colorado girl and an Arizona girl. Number 5, I was 23 when I got married, and every single person who was older than me acted like we were making a huge mistake, and how could we possibly be thinking about getting married? And I was like 23. I didn't think it was that big a deal. But here we are. We're going on 12 years married, and we've been together for 14. So I don't think it was a mistake. Number 6, I once had 9 piercings. My nose, my tongue. I had a couple cartilage piercings in this year. I had, actually maybe it's 10, because I had 3 holes in my lobes. I had an industrial piercing, a rook and tragus. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, I don't have any of them anymore. For no specific reason than just over time, I just stopped taking care of them. These holes I have in my ears I've had since I was like a few days old, so they're permanent. They won't go away. Okay, so my first name, I am named after my dad's sister, who was named after my grandpa's sister, who was named after his dad's sister, so like my name goes, like, I'm just one in a series of Andreas, and unfortunately it stops with me because I don't have a brother to name anyone Andrea. Number 8. My natural hair color is black, but it's gotten lighter over the years, so like you can see spots where it's like it's just dark brown or it's red. Stop it. But when I was little, it was so black it sheened blue, and I kind of missed that. Okay, I studied French for this is number 9. I studied French for 7 years. I can understand some and still speak a bit, but mostly have lost it. 7 years is a lot of your life to dedicate to studying anything really. But you know what they say with languages, if you don't use them, you lose them. Number 10, my first trip overseas was to France for a summer homestay with a French family immediately after I graduated from high school. And I loved the homestay, but then there was a travel portion of the trip, and I hated the travel portion, and I'd been away for a long time from home, from my friends and my sisters, and just like my comfort, my Phoenix, my 119-degree heat. And so during the travel portion, I hated it, and I wanted to come home. And when I was in Paris at the hostel, I called my mom at work, and I asked her to see if she could figure out a way to change my plane ticket so I could come home right now, because I did not want to stay in Paris. Yeah, it was the first night in Paris. I was tired. We'd been on a bus and in hotel rooms for a few days. We were looking at the Chateau in the Loire Valley, and it was warm. It was in the middle of the summer, and I was kind of over it. And I'm an introvert, and so spending all that time with loud high school students was just a bit much for me. She refused to change my ticket, and she made me stay in Paris, and that's fine, because I ended up loving it, and I had a great time. But it was hard. Number 11, the first official cocktail I ever ordered was a dirty martini, and it was the grossest thing I've ever drank. Number 12, I hate being pregnant. I hate every single moment of it, from probably before I pee on the stick until after. It's awful. I hate it. People who love it, you're crazy. But I mean, you do you, boo, because then you repopulate the planet. I'm not doing it. Number 13, I pushed twice to deliver Cooper and once to deliver Tucker. Number 14, I rarely wear my wedding ring. The first reason, see, not wearing it. I know exactly where it is. The biggest reason is because I don't do dishes when I'm wearing my wedding ring, because my mother-in-law lost a gigantic diamond in the garbage disposal, and they never found it again. And so I'm scared. So I always take it off, I put it in the cabinet, and then I forget about it. And like a few days later, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's definitely the most expensive piece of jewelry I have, because I'm not a jewelry person. Oh, excuse me. But it's not a big deal. It's not the ring that makes us married. Number 15, I don't share a blanket with my husband, and it's just always been that way. We've never shared a blanket. I'm okay with that. He's okay with it too. Let's see. Number 16, one of my favorite snacks is to take a lemon, cut it into wedges, and I sprinkle salt on it. And I know it's bad for the enamel on my teeth, but I enjoy it, so I do it anyway. Number 18. No. Number 17. Sometimes I just wear red lipstick to hang out around my house, because I literally have nowhere to wear it. I don't go out. I don't work. Not that I wouldn't rock red lipstick to the grocery store. I just don't want to do a whole face, so I don't do it. Number 18, Bendy Stitchy. This is for you. I cannot drive a manual. My husband has tried to teach me. We've owned multiple manual transmission cars over the years. In fact, we still own one of them. And I hope that I never have to drive it, because I can't. And it gives me stress sweats, and I don't like the stress sweats. So I just don't try. Number 19. Okay, I breastfed for 36 months straight. Cooper and Tucker 17 months apart, and Cooper was weaned literally like 72 hours or 48 hours or something. I can't remember the specifics, because I hate being pregnant. And I had a 1.5-year-old and a 17-month-old. But he was weaned literally before his brother was born, and then his brother was nursed he was breastfed for a 1.5 years. So it was 36 months straight. And I am a semi-crunchy mama. So I put breast milk on every cut, scrape, rash, red spot, boo-boo for all of those months. And so my kids never had like antibiotic cream or really like diaper rash cream they had. But like I would even mix breast milk in with like their diaper rash cream until I ran out of breast milk, and then I was like, what the hell do you put on kids when they scrape themselves? But even though I'm a semi-crunchy mama, my kids eat a shit ton of processed food, and they eat it off the floor a lot of the time because they're gross and they're jerks and they like to throw shit on the floor. So that's it. That's 20 things about me. They're random, weird. I am weird. But that's it. And I love all of you. Have a great day. Up next, I'm going to do a video with my whip parade. So hopefully I can get through that today. Yeah, I'm enjoying all your videos. I'm enjoying the summer. We turned the air conditioner on because it is a nice steamy in the 80s today, gonna be 90 tomorrow. So yeah, talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.